55, Danny Ireland, got to be one of the favourites, I think. He's in grid 3, and 51 alongside of him, the former British champion Craig Barnett. The world champion Michelle Randall in grid 5, 395, and 151, Darren Barnett in grid 6. 128, Nick Tandy in grid number 7, and Simon Welton, the southern champion. Can he add the East Anglian? He is in grid number 8. Michael Allard is in 349. He is in grid number 9 with 105, Dean Watson in grid number 10. The last of the automatic qualifiers, 168, Calvin Girling in grid 11. After that, customary graded order, white graders 305, Michael Shannon, and 11, Stu Warby. Yellow grade 439, Daniel Sutton, 28, Mark Kerry, 3, Jane Allard, and then the blues, Louis Whiteman in 5, Lee Pearce in 23. 150, Andrew Perrin, 70, Michael Coventry, and right at the back, the star grade racer, 411, Lisa Kerry. Trophies 1, 2, 3, your defending champion is 140, Paul Kemp. He won the British Championship at the weekend. Can he retain his East Anglian here this evening? We've got the world champion in there, 395, Michelle Randall. We've got the southern champion, number 6, Simon Welton. They're good field. Let's see how they go as we run over to Mr. Starter for race number 7, the Ministox East Anglian Championship, 20 laps of the course. Ginger's going to pull off on the back straight, Mr. Starter, but they are not to go till you wave the green. Watch it. Okay, take him away. Right, we're away then with the Ministox 1996 East Anglian Championship. Up towards the crucial first bend, and who is going to come out of this with the lead? Certainly not Michelle, she's got turned around. One or two others have come a bit of a cropper as well. Danny Ireland and Paul Kemp battling away for the lead around the Caister Bend. Craig Barnett's in there as well in 51, and 129, he's also there. Certain amount of debris on the back straight from Simon Welton, from Louis Whiteman and Michelle Randall, but Michelle's got on the go again. Louis Whiteman's got on the go as well. Simon, I fear, not going to make this one, nor is Lee Pearce. Here come the leaders, though. Look at this, and Craig Barnett's really driving his socks off against these two. Very, very quick drivers, Danny Ireland and Paul Kemp, but he is keeping with them all the way, and it's Kemp, the defending champion, who's taken up the running again as they head for the far side. Down towards the Caister Bend, Kemp on the outside, Ireland on the inner, Craig Barnett, Darren Barnett, the two Tandy boys, and Craig Barnett has gone 51, or has he? No, he's coming back out. So he's still hopefully in with a shout as Kemp and Ireland continue to battle away down the far side. This really has got all the makings of an absolutely classic race. Through goes Paul Kemp again, and Danny Ireland still battling away first and second. There's a good tussle for third as well between the two Tandys and 151. And we're only on lap 4. This could be very, very close, I think, all the way through. Look at this for third as they all come off the Caister Bend. Michael Allard's getting in amongst them as well now in 349. While Michelle Randall, the world champion, 395, she's got an awful lot of catching up to do, but she's made a little bit of a start. Lisa gets a spot of revenge by removing 150 and Andrew Perrin, so that's one she can mark down for tonight. On the far side, Danny Sutton in 439 goes around, but no serious problems. He rejoins the ranks, while back up at the head of the grid, it's still 55 and 140 having an absolutely brilliant race. And the lead keeps changing hands. Kemp regains it now as they go through on lap number 7. Danny Ireland still third. Michael Allard is bustling his way through to third, and when you think his night started with an overturn in the first race, it'll be quite something if he can finish up with a third place in this. But the two Barnett boys are still in there. So is 129 Joe Tandy Jr. I think they're really arguing over third, because first and second have broken well clear now. It's still Paul Kemp and Danny Ireland. Those two then heading down towards the Caister Bend. It's not going to be long now before they start encountering the back markers. They've had a clear run through so far, but they're both still all right. Michael Allard seems to have made third his own, although Craig Barnett in 51 is still there with him. 151, 129, 128, 105 and 395. She surely left it too late for third, but I hesitate to say this. I could see a fourth place coming here for the world champion, despite getting spun out on lap number 1. Meanwhile, the back markers begin to amass on the back straight ahead of the leading two, Messrs Kemp and Ireland, who head down towards the Caister Bend. Through they safely go. 1:40 and 55. They've done half the race, 10 laps done, 10 still to run, and this is still anybody's, isn't it? We've lost one of the Tandys, 129, Joe Tandy Jr., who was going pretty well and was well placed until that moment. He's now out, pulls it up on the infield. Kemp and Ireland still at it as they battle away. Took about two evenly matched drivers. Absolutely been nothing between them all the way through the race. They head again around the pits turn. Kemp takes it up again this time, with Ireland back on the outside. Well, if this ended up as a dead heat, I wouldn't be ever so surprised. Through they come again, still at it, 1:40 and 55. 3:49 is still third, then it's 51, then it's 1:29, then it's 1:51, and then it's 3:95. And we are reaching the final stages as Kemp and Ireland still continue to battle their way down the far side, past the back marking Mark Kerry, and safely through past Mr. Starter with 14 laps done. 5 next time, Mr. Starter. Mr. Starter, 5 next time, please. Thank you. Now over to the back straight. 55, Danny Ireland. 1:40, Paul Kemp. Still side by side. Michael Allard still third in 3:49. Jane Allard dispatches Daniel Sutton up ahead of the race leaders, but again, no problems. Lisa Kerry retires in 4:11, so not been a good night for our Lise, but she pulls it up there. As down towards the Caister Bend go the dicing duo. Who is going to come out on top in all of this? The defending champion Paul Kemp, who's gone a bit wide there, or Danny Ireland, for whom, if he wins, this will be his first major championship. To run level with Kemp pretty much all the way takes some doing, because Kemp is without doubt the expert here at Caister. There's 3 laps to go. They head around the Caister Bend again, and really, I mean, I don't know how many times this lead has changed, but it must have been a dozen during the course of this. And once again it changes. Kemp goes back in front, but Ireland, you can be sure, will have at least another 2 or 3 goes being in the lead before this is finally resolved. They head once more into the Caister Bend. 2 laps to go, and it's still anybody's. Michael Allard still third in 3:49. 1:29 is fourth, and 3:95 is fifth. You know, she is going to be fourth, whatever way you look at this. She is going to make fourth. That is unbelievable. Up towards the Caister Bend, a lap and a bit to go, and still they're at it. An absolutely classic Ministox East Anglian Championship. This is the last lap. Who is going to get on top this time round? I don't think they're going to fence each other or put each other out. They've had an excellent race all the way through. They're both a little bit wary of going into the Caister Bend, but Ireland decides to make his run up towards the line. Then he gets spun. Is he going to get across the line? Paul Kemp has won it. Danny Ireland second, and Craig Barnett comes through for third, ahead of Michael Allard, and 3:49, Michael, and 3:95 rather, Michelle Randall following that. So that's how it all was. It's all done. It's red flag. Mr. Starter, please, to conclude the 1996 East Anglian Championship. This British Championship at the weekend, he didn't enjoy the best of fortunes at Wimbledon at the World Championship either. And tonight it's all come reasonably right for him with third in the East Anglian. Good little lad. I hope we're going to see more of him in the future. I'm not entirely certain of that, but I hope we are. And very good third place, Craig Barnett. Well done, boy. Taken runner-up, he's going to win something major one day. There is absolutely no doubt at all about this, but beaten on the line tonight, 55, Danny Ireland. And taking the win, and part of that brilliant battle at the head of the grid, the man who's defended his championship very, very successfully to round off a good week, won the British Championship at the weekend, East Anglian Championship successfully retained tonight, 1:40, Paul Kemp. So I'm sure you'd agree with me if you were watching that race all the way through. They were absolutely brilliant, weren't they? I mean, They could have taken each other out many times, but they didn't. They raced sensibly. It was good to watch. It was brilliant to watch. The lead must have changed hands a dozen or more times, I should think, through that. Really was classic stuff. Well done. There they are then. Craig Barnett for third. Danny Ireland, the runner-up. Paul Kemp, the winner of the 1996 East Anglian Ministox Championship.